Hi, welcome to your chess channel on YouTube. Thank you for listening. Here is my friend's book, of course, and this is the 100 Greatest Sports People of All Time. So just by Martin Dreyer. He's going to come up with a new book, which is the 100 Most Memorable Events in Sport of all time as well. So, or something to that effect. Here's one of my favourite, other than Babe Ruth, is Usain Bolt. So Usain Bolt, look at that, it's a great book. I actually love it. And so you can pick it up for $35–40 in New Zealand from any major bookstore, even the warehouse it sells at. So real quickly, number 8 is Babe Ruth. Okay, so there's Babe Ruth with my hands in the way, and so there you have it. Now, so that's Martin Dreyer's 100 Greatest Sports People of All Time. So, here we go. Now, if you'd like to join, that'd be great. I know that it's a hard thing for when people tell you to do something, because I really kind of go do the opposite what they ask. But just it'd be nice if you join. And I've got 71 subscribers and that sort of thing. It's quite important to me to be able to gauge whether or not this is accepted and enjoyed and that sort of thing. So the subscribers I've got, they're great. If I have one subscriber that likes to watch, then that's good enough. But I do like to have more, especially if I want assistance with this channel. So please subscribe, or think about hitting the subscribe button if you like seeing what I have to give you and to help you with your game, no matter what level you're at and whatever age. Even at my age of a late old age of 56, born in 1962. Here we go, E4, E6. Okay, this is obviously the Caro-Kann, which is well documented and well analysed and everything like that. So I don't really care. I know I play offbeat openings, but I don't really care to enter into their vast amounts of opening preparation, especially that my opponent is like 44 points above mine on chess.com. So here I play d3, which might actually suit my opponent anyway. d5, knight d2. So we're not actually playing a Caro-Kann proper anymore. We're sort of playing what Mikhail Tal played as white against the Caro-Kann. You'd have to find that game somewhere. I don't know where it is. I might look for it one day. So here's g6. So I've already got black off their mainstream pattern of opening, and really the pawn is best here when you fee and shadow your dark squared bishop is black, not on d5 so much, because this pawn is in the way of the white squared bishop for black, and the white squared bishop has got some life, but it's sort of a little bit encumbered here. Now if I wanted to be really mean, I could play something like this h3 to prevent bishop to g4 to aid black's game in relinquishing the bishop for a knight swap, generally speaking. So knight f3, I play knight g3 and bishop g7, g3. So you could say, well, you could play h3 now or before, but I didn't. Now, obviously, I believe that my opponent here with has had a finger drop. To be fair, they've gone to move their king and castle, and instead of putting it here, they've put it here. So I have to take that into account for my opponent here. I castle, and here comes d4 and bishop g4. A bit later than I would have expected it to have happened, but the bishop's not terrible for black, but the bishop's not exactly great either. So here's knight bd7, and I biff the bishop. Now if the bishop goes back, it's not wanting to go back here, because then I just play g4, and I could look, maybe I could look to winning a bishop for, or a knight for 2 pawns, or I could play this move after bishop h5, which black would still have bishop takes f3 to get their bishop out of the way of being attacked next move after e5. So there are options. Anyway, all that aside, black just played bishop f3, so let's get on with the program. It's knight f3, so I have to think about developing. Now here, queen c8 is actually with the idea of later on playing knight e8 to c7. I wasn't aware of this, but I think that if I was black, I'd just probably place my queen out onto c7. There's no white squared bishop anymore for black to attack white's h3 pawn or king side, so I just think queen c7 should be a little bit better than queen c8, which sort of like doesn't really worry me much. Anyway, queen c8, and so I played bishop d2. So I didn't want to play it here, because then I'm just going to get maybe knight takes pawn e4. Don't want to play it here, because then I might have knight h5 or e5 or something to that effect. So I just want to put it here so I can place it on this long diagonal here, which is towards the black king, which has sadly not castled correctly or done it on purpose. So king g8, so black is now showing their desire to put the king away somewhere safe. c4 just wants to hit the knight on f6 with e5 soon, and king h7 and e5. So I had a few moves there for black to get to a position that they're almost castled in. So obviously, for those that are interested, probably this is no good. Because of what? Because of the basic g4, not always easy to see, but black must have considered it, because this knight can only go here or back here, and that's rather sad for black. Black loses a piece. So black doesn't play here knight h5. Black now plays knight e8, as previously promised and mentioned. This gives the knight a square on c7 to maybe e6, sort of maneuverability. Bishop c3, so people might say I'm doodling here, or I'm dawdling around. Knight c7, and this looks like quite a nice sweet place for the knight. h4, knight c5, and now play b4, thinking that if knight a4, then I would probably play back here and so forth, or here, but it's possibly okay here. Then I have to worry about knight c7 to e6. So here black just plays back to e6 with their knight, and I play queen e4, making it look like I'm good at chess, and h5 happens. So I think, well, I'll go after that target. I go bishop h3. I'm not actually threatening anything here. It's not like I'm threatening bishop e6 and knight g5 check if the queen takes, because the knight can take back. And it's not even that I'm threatening this either, knight g5 check, because the knight just takes the knight, and I take the queen, and then the black knight on g5 takes my knight on my queen on e4, and I'm losing, quite frankly. But this might be more a preparatory sort of move, where you might like to try and convince you of that this may be a preparatory move, dear Watson. Bishop h6, and I play rook d3, and this is met with an exchange of a pair of rooks. And so now black plays queen e8, probably wanting to play rook d8, fair enough. So what do I do now? I play g4. Now probably, what am I threatening here? Very simple to see, is I'm threatening this. And the black pawn on g6 cannot recapture because the queen is pinning the pawn. So my opponent gets rid of this strain on their thought patterning by hg4. I play bishop g4. Now again, I'm now wanting to play h5. I want to thin out these pawns here that are protecting the king, of course. So knight f4. Now I could flick it back to d1, or I could move it to d4 and look like I'm going to attack it on f4, which I'm not, and then I have to meet knight ce6, etc. So I move it to d7. I'm threatening the knight, of course, so the knight moves, and now my rook is threatened with the queen, so I take the pawn on b7, and here comes rook d8. This looks quite reasonably good for black, because now they're starting to threaten infiltration of their rook and maybe their queen behind it soon thereafter. So I play h5, kind of disregarding the rook d1 check, and my opponent now plays rook c8, a wee bit of a surprise. And I just chop here and chop, so I've thinned out that defender, and now this pawn is just defending. Now I play knight d4, a bit odd because I'm actually swapping stuff off, and I'm also looking at the strength of this knight that I want to alleviate that from my side of the board. So if I can get rid of one defender of it on e6, plus this knight's attack, of course, with the bishop takes, if I dare take it, but I don't think I would. But knight g5 is attacking my queen, so I go right back to h1, and here comes rook d8. And so what do? I just go queen c6. So if rook d4, I just take the queen, of course, with the red arrow showing it. So the computer does help even if we turn it off. Now I play queen f6, and here my opponent plays knight h3 check from f4. Takes, and I play king g2, knight f4, king h2, and here my opponent resigned. So that's the end of the session. I hope you enjoyed that game for this session today. What could black do now? Well, they've already resigned, but they could play bishop here, and of which case I can play either queen check and then rook takes e7, or I can just play I can play this. But this is no good for one reason and one reason only. It leaves black with a, oh no it doesn't. I thought it leaves black after bishop takes and then queen takes rook material up for black, but black cannot, of course, take this queen on f6 because it's pinned. So this is what Gary Kasparov says about these positions. Now I just want to show you a wee tactic. Let's just say what black plays a silly move. Now we have this. Okay. How's it go now? We can just do it, but the thing is if I take this knight and then the bishop, then it's check with the queen. But I just want to show you this wee little trick here. Queen takes knight, and if queen takes queen, being it not a check, then rook g7, king g7, knight e6 picks up the queen with the fork, and it's all over now, baby blue. Anyway, that's the end of the session. Thank you very much for washing your chess Rogan. So thank you very much, and that's all from me. Over and out, David Weegenaar.